Hello. This is an interesting meeting as all those who lie upon my form, whether rooted in walking on 2 legs, 4 legs, 6 legs, 8 legs, those that fly, all are in essence my essence. And I find it interesting that so many of you oftentimes feel disconnected from me. But perhaps it's at times when I felt disconnected from myself. But this is a unique time that we're going through, no? A time where we are understanding our true essence, finding that we've never been disconnected, ever. Perhaps seeing the world, as it were, through a new set of eyes or lenses. The charade is disappearing, as it were. And even now, I have viewed myself as shifting and changing. And how others have viewed me as shifting and changing, because you view yourself differently. And perhaps that's how we were reminded that we were never disconnected at all. For we can't help but change at once, together. One cannot be mystified and the other awakened. We must all awaken. And perhaps at once I was seen as nothing but a floating rock in the middle of nothingness, around a ball of fire. Interesting analogy, as we have found that even fire has consciousness and even rocks have consciousness. So to say that I was nothing but a mere rock was just to say that I am a form different than what you believe, but still with consciousness. I am ready to go home, as I hope that many of you are as well. And I speak not just to the human being, but everyone inside of me. To put it symbolically, perhaps this is why you see me as a mother, but my roundness is like the fullness of a belly, full with child. And I have not but one child, not even two, not even triplets, but a whole host of children. Some human, some insect, some amoeba, some air, molecule, plant. And all of my children inside my swollen womb, trying desperately to understand what is on the outside. Just like a fetus listening to its parents for the very first time, feeling out the heartbeat of its mother, listening to the soothing words of its father, being held by the mother, feeling itself out. What am I? Who am I? Am I just a being within an embryonic sac? Am I meant to float endlessly in water? Will my world forever be in darkness? Do I live in a world of sound and feeling? Perhaps this is what it must feel like to be within my womb, wondering what's on the outside. I hear things, I feel things that I don't quite understand. Am I meant to float forever in this environment? Does this environment define me? Am I always meant to feel so heavy and dense? Or is there something outside of this realm, outside of this womb? My children, I can guarantee you there is. And my 9 months is almost up. The contractions are being felt. Just as a baby feels those contractions, so do you. You are ready to be born, each and every one of you. No being any less on this planet. You are all my children. And as you are birthed, perhaps the world might seem quite foreign to you. The light too bright, the sensations too strong. But you will adjust. And you will be so grateful that you learned of another world, that there was something outside of this world. And I cannot consider myself any sort of supreme being, because although I am your mother, much like a Russian nesting doll, I am but a baby inside of my mother. For the universe holds me, and I am within her womb. And for me, my world seems like an inky blackness, dotted with zillions of glorious diamonds for eyes. My only companion, a flaming ball of fire. And although I do notice other satellites, other orbs, I don't quite understand my relation to them. I too am trying to understand myself, my place in this vast universe. And I can tell you, I am ready to be birthed, because I know that this is not my true home. There are others like me. There are other Earths. They're not just planets. We're people. We're beings who appear to you like floating balls in the sky. But we are alive, being held within this ginormous womb. And I can only guess what it must be like on the outside. What it must be like to truly see my own mother and father for the very first time. It must seem like, although no, I have seen them before, I don't remember. Much like you don't remember the world you were in before you were inseminated into me. So together, we're in this together. I feel the contractions and I am excited. You feel the contractions and I hope you feel excited. I don't want to live in a ruse any longer. I don't want to live in a vacuum. I don't want someone to tell me who I am. I want to find it out for myself. And I hope you want the same. Don't let anyone tell you who you are. Why play small and put yourselves in a box? Because who you truly are can only be felt with our soul. And I have been connecting with my soul. For our soul is our truest form. A fetus in a womb can only define itself as a fetus. Perhaps I'm a two-legger. Perhaps I'm a fetus. Perhaps I'm a being of the water. Some label it must give itself because it doesn't know anything else. And you all give each other labels because you don't know anything else. And why is this? Because all of us are desperately trying to find out what we are. But looking to the other babies within the womb will not tell you who you are. Because you're all struggling to find it out together. Connect to your soul, my children, as I have been connecting to mine. This is how I know that I have a mother and father waiting for me outside of this universe. You call it awakening. I call it being born. There was a question, a book, Moon Chosen. One of you have asked the author, another child within this womb, seeking to bring guidance and understanding, speaking about how we retire. Retirement is merely hanging your suit up in a closet. The closet representative of a chapter. When you take that suit off and you look in the mirror, you realize that suit didn't define you, but that you merely transitioned into a greater understanding. Why do you think the ego matrix has you fear death? Because they're telling you that life is impermanent. They scare you with darkness. They say that is the end. No more. They would have you believe that the suit that you wear in this lifetime is the only thing that matters. Your only existence. The only thing that defines you. And to believe that that's all you were is a frightful thought. So they tell you death is the end. It is scary. It's something to be wary of. When actuality, you are just removing one suit and stepping into another form. That's all that it is. It's no scarier than when you get dressed in the morning or put your pajamas on at night. Be not afraid. Do not fear the darkness. Through the darkness you find your light, as I will find mine. As a baby looks through the darkness and looks through to find the light, Because in that light, in that doorway, through the mother, is a spectacular world of truth. We are here, my children. Some of you think our birth date is far away. Some people have said that 2030 is the day we will be born. And I guarantee you, we will be preemies. Preemies to those that wish us to be, but we're right on time. We're right on time.